Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, December 8th, and we are getting ready for the week. Before we get started, please hit that thumbs up button, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the more button, and join the Discord community. As we went over yesterday, hey, good morning, Anthony. How are you, bud? Made a video yesterday on the market ahead review. We went over economic data. I'll go over it again. No news today. Tomorrow you have JOLTS report at 9 o'clock. Everything's going to be pretty much leading up to FOMC on Wednesday. It's probably a sure thing that rates are going to be lowered. It's not necessarily about that. It's all about the statements that are going to be made afterwards with Powell speaking. So after that, on Thursday, we have unemployment claims. That's all before the market. And then there's no news on Friday. However, there are some earnings. I think there's Broadcom, Lululemon, I think Costco. So those could give us some movement on the markets as well. So that being said, let's get into the broader markets. Yes, nice little grind we've got going on. So we spoke about in the market ahead that we regained some big levels here. Obviously, the 68, 12, 25, that's the main level. As long as we're above that level, I like our longs. Today, coming into today, we're looking at a 4-hour chart right now. So we can break this down in a minute. I usually, when I look at, do my pre-market analysis or my week analysis, I always start with the longer term charts and then work my way down to the smaller charts for the intraday trading. So right now, what we have on here on the 4-hour chart, we had a nice little push on Friday, gave a little bit back, but it still held up pretty well. You can see we're holding up in the pre-market right now. We're above Wednesday's highs at 68.73.25. I like that level. Even below that, I like that 68, 63.75. As long as we're above those levels, I like that push. Really like to see us get above that 69.09 and a half level. If we can get through that 69.09 and a half level, I think we can push and start to try to approach these all-time highs at 69.53.75. I think that we're going to find out a direction after Wednesday when Powell speaks. So that'll definitely give us some kind of direction as he speaks about his thought process going into 2026. So let's go down to let's get down to the 15-minute here. So you can see the 15-minute here. We are kind of, it's just chopping around, but it's still grinding higher. As you can see, let's go like this. So we're in about 100, I think about 100-point range here, 68.02, about an 80-point range for like, maybe a little more, I would say. Yeah, just about 100-point range since November 26th, so a couple weeks. So it is inching higher. It's just a slow grind higher. I think it's a cautious grind right now. Everybody is just not convinced that we are pushing to new highs. So we definitely are going to probably be chopping around until Wednesday in my eyes, but you can just pay attention to your levels right now. Like I said, as long as we're above the 68.12.25, even the 67.92.73, I still like our longs. However, if we did lose those levels right here, I do like this, support level to pull back to the 67.72 on the downside. If we can push through the 69.09 and a half and hold, I think we definitely push towards the all-time highs. If we could break through the all-time highs, I think then we're gonna start moving to the 7,000 range and push up into the 7,034 range for the S&P. So now let's take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ now is finally getting above this regressional trend line here that we've had, the lower end that I've had since August 4th. We are now We are now getting above it right now. So we were definitely respecting that lower end. Friday, we popped above it, dropped below it. Now pre-market, we are above that level. And so now if we drop down to the 15-minute chart, you can see right here, I put this level at 25,779.5. I like the longs as long as we're above that level and above this regressional trend line level at 25,796, call it 50. So if we can maintain that, I'd like us to push into that 25,880 level. You can see we definitely tried to have a nice little push on Friday, and then big sellers came in. So however, the sellers came in, but we did respect this level here of 25,700 set back on October 27th. And it was a fair value gap that was set there. So right there, 25,716.25 was holding, and it was holding in pre-market as well. So the longs are still there right now. So during the day, as long as we're above this level, I do like the longs. If we lose this 25,779.5, I think we come back down and we test this level again. If we lose this 25,700, I think we could come back down here and test this 25,637.75. And of course, if we lose that level, I think we come back down here, 25,563. I certainly hope we don't see that, but that's my views on the broader markets today. Let's get into Tesla. Tesla, we spoke of the point of control levels. So yesterday, when I made the pre-market analysis of the week ahead, I said we had this open point of control level set from Thursday at 449.31. I said yesterday morning that I think that we might, we're probably going to hit this level in pre-market before the market opens, and sure enough, we did. We hit it, and now we're through that level of 449.31, and we're below that level right now. I think that's great for Tesla. I think in order for Tesla to push higher, I think we need more liquidity grab. What that means is you need it to sell off a little bit in order for buyers to step up. It's very hard when the market, when an equity continues to rise, for buyers to continue to step up. I think buyers look for levels to get long. I'm bullish on Tesla, so what that means is I'm always looking for levels for pullback longs. So today, what I'm looking at for Tesla, I have this fair value gap. We can do this, clean that up a little bit. So I have this fair value gap that I started going over last week. And a fair value gap is made between three candles, starts with a smaller candle, and on the bullish fair value gap, then follows by a larger candle, followed by a smaller candle. And the gap is made between the high of the first smaller candle and then the low of the last candle right there. And that before gives you your gap right there, and that gives you your area to potentially take your longs. So what I was saying yesterday in the video that I made, that you could take your longs if the market pulls back into this area. You could take your longs right in this area, 442.49, and then if you think that you see the way the market is reacting, then you take your longs and then you give yourself maybe like a 2-to-1 return on, so basically you want to get a 2-to-1 on your return, meaning that you put your stop at a 1, a dollar, I'm just giving you an example. You put your stop at $1 and you put your take profit at $2, right? So, but basically on this pullback, I would probably go for more than a 2-to-1. But what you would do is you get your pullback, you go long, and then you would put your stop below the low of the first candle that's made here. So you could actually, what you could possibly do here, you can get long here, and then you would put your stop below this 438.75 level. That definitely seems to be some sell-off pressures here, but I have a few levels on the downside if Tesla pulls back to. Here's the first level I like, 442.49 for that level. If we pull back, if we lose that level, the next level I have 438.75. And then the all-star level, if Tesla does lose to 438, is this 433.97 to 435.09. That's a great level if it does pull all the way back down there. I certainly don't want to see that, but I do like the fact that I said last week that I like this 452.65 if we can regain that to go higher. But I wanted to see this point of control level filled first. So now that level is fulfilled for me. So now I'll go on here and I'll get rid of this point of control level. So now that point of control level is now filled. So now that does not exist. So now if you look here, so now there's a new point of control level that is open on the high side. So now I'm going to give ourselves a point of control here. I will label it. Control. So now I know that that's a level that is a target level there. So I'm going to leave that up there at 454.83. So I'm hoping for today that the market pulls back, gives us some room, and that'll give me a target if I see Tesla start to respond and move to the upside. I'm going to leave that price open until that gets hit, just like I do with all the rest of the point of controls. So now, right now, Tesla pulling back nicely. I like this, especially when the broader markets are pushing higher. So there's no need to really do anything until you see the market find its direction. And I think that it's going to be a little choppy this week until we get the minutes on the FOMC on Wednesday. So let's also, one thing to look at here, we can look at the reason why I like this 435 level, which is an all-star level. It lines perfectly with this 50-day moving average. So if we did get that pullback, that would be a fantastic long down here. I hope we don't get that major pullback, but if we do, that's something else to keep in mind here. So let's go into the 5-minute opening range trade. So today, so we talked about this trade on Friday, very whippy, very wicky as far as your trades. You could have made a little money in the first trade, and I lost money. I lost a little money, and then I made my money back here when I saw the market responding up here at these new highs, and then lost a little money on the day, which I was happy about. But so you're going to have days like this, and you just have to understand that there's another, you live trade another day. So. Right now, I do like this kind of wick right here because this is telling me that this is at some point this will retrace itself. It may not do it right now, maybe not today, but I want to show you something that I've had on here. This crazy wick that was set back last Thursday, and as you can see right now, we could be approaching to fill that wick as well right now. So. That's something I'm going to keep in mind. I do have a 441.10 number on that. So if we do get down to that level right there, I do like the longs for that level as well. So right now, going into today, I'm going to show you what I have on my strike prices going into the week. So we have 5 days still expiration. So we have some room on our premium price. So I'm going to have my 465 calls. They expire on Friday, and they closed at $6.50 on the premium. So you can see the market closed up here at 455, and that's exactly where I have the point of control level that's open right now too. And then I have my 440 puts all expiring on Friday. So these premium at 650 that closed, right now we're about $7 from the price that we closed. So I expect this premium price to open up lower. Probably, I would say because we're if we opened up right now, about, where are we right now? About $7 lower. This could open up in the $4 range, as well as this premium right here could open up probably in the high fives. So we'll see where that opens up, but those are the strike prices I'm going to use right now during pre-market, and I could switch those as the market moves throughout the day. Anyways, as I keep forgetting to remind you, hit that thumbs up button, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. Click the more button, join the Discord community, as I will be in the live trading room from 8:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time doing the live trades, going over this basic 5-minute opening range trade, and then as well as some other advanced trades, and going over my thought process before I take the trade, where I'm going to put my stop, the take profits, along with some other trades that I take throughout the day. Anyways, have a great day. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video. Have a safe trading day, and I will see you in the trading room. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great